Most lives follow a script written long before we arrive. For women born in the early 20th century, that script was simple. Marry well, remain faithful, grow quiet, and never speak too honestly about desire. Diana Athill refused that script. Diana Athill was born in 1917 into privilege, tradition, and certainty. Raised in an English country house where social rules were fixed, emotions were restrained, and marriage was considered destiny rather than choice. From the outside, her future looked settled before it had even begun. But her life would take a very different shape. She would become one of Britain's most respected literary editors, shaping the voices of major writers and helping define post-war publishing. Yet her greatest act of editing may have been her own life. Early on, she experienced a heartbreak that should have sent her back into conformity. Instead, it opened her eyes. She realized that marriage was not a form of happiness she desired. That single insight changed everything. She did not reject love. She rejected ownership. Throughout her life, she had lovers rather than husbands, relationships defined by honesty rather than permanence, affection rather than possession. She believed people could love deeply without claiming one another, that jealousy was learned, not inevitable, and that fidelity was not the sole measure of devotion. At times, she lived with lovers. At one point, she even shared a household with a man and his wife, an arrangement that shocked polite society, but worked because it was built on truth rather than pretense. Her most intense relationship was with Hakim Jamal, a brilliant and troubled Jamaican activist. Their bond was passionate, intellectual, and painful, a love that tested the limits of compassion and emotional endurance. From it, Athill learned not only about desire, but about danger, responsibility, and the cost of loving without illusion. And still, she did not retreat from intimacy. What made Diana Athill truly radical was not simply how she loved, but how long she allowed herself to desire. Into her 70s, 80s, and beyond, she spoke openly about physical longing, companionship, and pleasure. She had a partner decades younger than herself and refused the idea that aging required emotional or erotic silence. She told these truths in her memoirs, books that are admired not for scandal, but for clarity. She did not confess, she explained. She wrote about love without romance, desire without shame, and freedom without bitterness. She never married, never had children, never apologized. And in doing so, she quietly expanded the idea of what a woman's life could be. Her legacy is not a manifesto, but a permission to live truthfully, to love without fear, and to choose a life that fits who you are. This is Diana Athill, a woman who edited books, shaped lives, and loved entirely on her own terms.